Hello and welcome to SmartBizUniversity.com, soon to be the #1 site for where you can go to learn how to start and grow your business based on biblical principles. I'm your instructor and coach, Terry Davis, and I want to welcome you here. And I always like to start by welcoming those in each of our communities that have joined us, those who are joining us via webcast and webinar. Thank you for being here, and be certain to shoot your questions to us in the chat box, or you can email those questions to us after you finish. And then those who are doing the home study course, thank you for being a part of our community. We hope you're enjoying it and enjoying the modules as they've been released to you. And finally, we want to welcome our podcast community. Those in our podcast community, this webinar and this course, as well as others, are available via iTunes, via also podcasts. So we're glad that you will be able to have the opportunity to carry us along wherever you go, if you're jogging, riding, or wherever you may be, or just relaxing in the comfort of your home. So, again, this is Receive and Achieve Now, 15 Bible Secrets on how to find joy and success in small business. And I want to always start off by telling you our mission statement, which is to reach and train 10 million entrepreneurs to start and grow their businesses based on biblical principles to generate financial abundance, to support their families, and have a greater impact in the world. We're here for you. And this is a 12-week course, and we are in week 5 of the course. And we hope that you have had an opportunity to go through the other modules. If not, then certainly you'll have a chance to go back and view those. And our session today is on good judgment. We're going to be talking about good judgment because oftentimes people wonder, well, why is good judgment important in the aspect of running your business or becoming successful or finding the abundance that you seek? Well, good judgment is extremely important, and that's why we highlight that here in the book. And as you can see, these are our remaining sessions that we'll have our topics on, and the ones that we've covered previously. You can see those as well too on your screen. You should be able to see those on your screen right now. So let's go ahead and dive right into this on good judgment in Module 5 here. And some of the steps that we're going to cover here, things that we'll cover, relate to when it comes to using good judgment. Why should you have good judgment? And be aware in terms of whether or not you are a person who uses good judgment. So you want to gather the relevant facts. You want to consider wise counsel from others. Consider the circumstances and consequences of your actions and involve God in the process. And then, once you have all your relevant information, then you take decisive action about that. And so what we're going to start off today, also include in our discussion as far as good judgment is, and that is as it relates to your legal structure. We're going to get into that some today as well. So all those things factor into using good judgment. And so we want you to be cognizant of those things as you go about and learning how to operate your business. And I will mention that we've got a number of exercises that you'll receive in the study guide. We'll cover as many of those as we can today, but know that there's more information beyond what we'll be covering today that you'll have access to. So let's kind of go ahead and dive right into this. And so again, here we go. As we start to talk about using good judgment in business, you want to think about your business from a micro level or a macro level, and then also think about it at a micro level, because it's important to make that distinction. And one of the things that we talk about a little bit later, we'll get into why it's important to think about it from the macro level. So in business, you want to look at it from a 30,000 foot view, and then which includes gathering facts about your industry, what are the general practices in your business, and things like that. Sort of always have a topside view of what your business is like. And then you want to have a detailed view of what your business, the area that you're in terms of operating and running your business. Also, the 100-foot view. And that includes gathering specific facts about different situations so that you can use good judgment about how to handle those situations. And even though I've got also listed here on your chart that you should be able to see on the slide, selecting the correct legal structure for your business, that also is a macro view. So I should list that. I want you to know that should be also listed in the macro level because selecting your proper legal structure is as important as anything in the big picture of your business. So we'll be talking about using good judgment when it comes to the big picture for your business, and then also the micro level of your business as we go through and touch on some of the things that we'll touch on today. And so the important thing when it comes to the macro level, and this also applies to the micro level too, the small level, is that you understand that the information you get is only, your decisions can be only as good as the information you get. So that old saying about garbage in, garbage out, well, that applies in business too. If you get bad information going in, you're going to have bad information and bad decisions coming out. So you want to make sure that you study the situation. Each situation is as best as possible, and then make your decision after you get all the relevant information on it. You want to think about whether or not this is something where you're working in your business as opposed to on your business, and that's one we're going to discuss a little bit more in greater detail, because that's a really big distinction, that whether it's in your business versus on your business as it relates to the big picture for where you want to go as far as your business is concerned. So we'll get into that, and then there's also the issue of delegation. You want to get to a place where you can delegate certain tasks to other individuals, because you can't do it alone. There's just no way. So if you're starting out small, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5 people, and you're planning on growing, you're going to still have to look at delegating some things. We'll talk about that a little bit more as well. And then understand and know that existing customers, if you're already in business, your existing customers are as important as more valuable than new customers in a lot of ways. Because frankly, it's cheaper to do things to hold on to existing customers than it is to go out, when you look at the actual cost, for acquiring new customers. Now you have to be doing both, but just look at your existing customers. Oftentimes I find that people, when they've gotten a sale or two from existing customers, they tend to kick them to the curb. You want to keep those people engaged. So it's important to keep your existing customers important. And then also just kind of go back and look at the percentage of revenue or business that you're acquiring from your existing customers. Sometimes that'll surprise you, but you want to make sure you keep those existing customers happy throughout your whole life cycle in terms of using them. And then social media can be a great tool to help you in your business. It can be a boom or a bust for you, but social media can help you quite a bit. And some other facts on the micro level, when you're getting into the weeds more so, you want to look at the employees you hire. You want to have people, oftentimes, if people have the right mindset and the right energy, sometimes the skills can be taught if the person has the right view and is a good fit for your business. So you want to look at that person as closely as possible. When you do interviews where, if it's a key person, where you get that person to talk about themselves more than what they are prepared to talk to you about in a regular interview. So who you hire is extremely important, and how you interview that person, that's important too. And so when it comes to your judgment, and that's a judgment call too about the people that you hire, but how you handle conflict. Think about how you handle conflict. You want to get to a place where conflict doesn't get you blown out of proportion. You don't lose everything. You don't lose it or go off whenever something difficult or a difficult challenge comes up. Use your good judgment. Be reasoned about how you handle conflict, because you're going to have conflict in business. So just be prepared for that and know that that's going to happen. And that's a part of your judgment, how you handle conflict. So step outside of yourself and look at, do you fly off the handle every time something comes up? If you do, then that's something you're going to have to work on, your attitude. Judgment also comes in when it comes to negotiating contracts with your vendors or employees or whomever. So judgment comes in terms of negotiation. So keep that in mind as well in terms of the deals that you find. And in terms of looking at the market, also what markets are you going to be in? Where are you going to market and look to find new customers? So all this plays into your judgment as the owner and proprietor of your business. Now I've got a number of exercises in this section. I'm not going to cover all of them now. They will be in the workbook. But you want to write some things down from time to time. And don't just keep it in your mind. It's important to get those things written out on paper so that you can track things, such as what facts do you need to know about a certain different particular situations, because you're helping to prepare yourself to make a decision on whatever it may be. It may be with some new business or seeking new clients. It could be, it could be a part of a marketing plan or a retention plan. Whatever it is, start to write those things out, and that's what some of these questions and these exercises in this section are designed to do, and that's to have you to be intentional about how you approach your decision-making process, but gathering enough information so that you're equipped to make the right decision about it. And so consider those the people that you seek for wise counsel. I mean, it's important. Not everybody's equipped to give you information on the things that you need. You wouldn't go to a brain surgeon if you were having a foot problem. So think about who it is that you are looking for and getting advice from. And again, here's another exercise that you'll have access to do that'll help you to start to document certain people, because there are certain things that you may need counsel for or discuss with, and it's good to have that information available close to you. And it's another reason for documenting this kind of information as far as your judgment is concerned is because as you grow, there are going to be other people who may need that same information. And you don't want to have them waiting for you to give them the information, or trying to find you or spend time looking up information that you may already have easy access to. So go ahead and start to document some of those things particularly when it comes to specific operations for your business.